Director, kasi sinabi mo kanina, we must empower our people. Tama naman yun. We have to enlighten our people because if our people are able to distinguish what is fake and what is true, sila lang, they can always repel. Maski na konting tulong lang eh. Halimbawa kanina, sabi ni Chair Dan, ang problema natin is the West Philippine Sea, sabi natin, ano. But sinong agency ng government ang nag-empower sa ating mga kababayan para malaman nilang complications ng West Philippine Sea? Isipin po natin, sir, there is nothing as West Philippine Sea. Wala po yun. That is a creation by us. Sa totoo lang po, kahit nabasahin mo yung ating mapa or what, there is no West Philippine Sea. Ang West Philippine Sea, yun po yung area na kiniklaim natin, ito yung exclusive economic zone. The complications of the West Philippine Sea has not been explained to our people. Kaya po, nagiging vulnerable tayong lahat eh. Ang sinasabi nila, inoccupy daw ng China ang ating territory. Sir, sa totoo lang po, if CICC and other agencies would cooperate with one another to empower our people, to educate them all, wala pong madideceive kahit ano pang gawin ng China. Kasi alam po na, we are all claimants dito po sa panig ng South China Sea. Several of us, Philippines, China, Vietnam, hindi po natin alam ang Vietnam has the most features occupied in the South China Sea. They had 22, China is 14, tayo, 8, Malaysia, 14, Taiwan, 1. Pero po, kaya po nagsimula dito, yung mga tao natin, mga kababayan natin, kahit na pong i-feed mo sa kanya, akala niya yung totoo because we were unable to educate them. We have not enlightened them as to the complications of the South China Sea. What is the South China Sea? Di ba? So, doon po tayo magsimula. Ngayon, magdi-discuss tayo. We will repel this. Mahirapan din po eh. So nagiging biktima po lahat ang kababayan natin. Kahit na po dito sa ating kapulungan ngayon, hindi pa nila alam kung ano-ano po ba ino-occupy ng China. Hindi po territory ang issue in the South China Sea. Ang issue dito is our maritime rights. The maritime rights designated by our exclusive economic zone. These are not territories under public international law. So, kailangan po tayong mag-educate. Tama po kayo sa premise nyo kanina, but until and unless you are able to educate our people on the complex issues surrounding the South China Sea, pare-pareho tayo pong mabibiktima. So yun muna, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat, Congressman. I agree with you. But with all due respect, the policy of the government about the West Philippine Sea must be followed by all of us. Because people governing this country is elected by the people. And having a policy like what was delivered by the Coast Guard of this country, we have to adhere with that. Ang reason why we invited you over para to contribute also to this hearing, why this kind of proliferation of disinformation nangyayari. So, being a blogger or content creator, you can share to us kung ano po yung mga experiences that you have in creating that kind of content. May it be right information or wrong, you have to give us your insights. So siguro unahin natin sino unang dumating sa kanila? Si Malu. Malu. Malu.
Thank you.
Tikia.
Thank you, Mr.
You are
Chairman.
recognized, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and your honors. Thank you for your invitation for me to, quote, share your knowledge and experience with social media with the end in view of promoting accountability, authenticity, and digital well-being. I am Malu Tikia. I'm an op-ed columnist of Manila Times for 12 years now and a political consultant for 30 years. I spent my young productive years in the Senate in 1987 to 1989 and in the House of Representatives from 1992 to 1999. I am appearing before you today to honor that institutional tradition. How do I use social media channels? I use it as a platform for commentaries, advocacies, and as alternative classroom to discuss hot-button issues, explaining and making sense of issues to the public. I am not a blogger or a vlogger. I have a personal meta page. I do not have a social media company. I have not been involved with any narco and pogo groups. I am not pro-China. I am pro-Philippines. Having said that, allow me to state for the record that despite not being in a public office, I too am fair game. I have been bashed, bullied, accused of so many things, but when it comes to factual matters, malicious attacks, I choose my legal rights. One, against a lawyer who claimed that I was part of the Marcos Jr. campaign in 2022, and because of my survey results, I got a penthouse in BGC and drives around in a Range Rover. Both were lies. The case is pending. Then a private group in Meta chose to put out in public a photo of so-called DDS Coral with me on the center with a pig snout. Mind you, there were more than 12 persons there, some of whom I do not personally know. I am not DDS, nor am I part of the so-called DDS Coral. When they chose to bring it out of a private group and shared it publicly, it was done maliciously. So again, I filed a case. There was a time also in 2022 when the survey results of my company were maliciously altered. I called the media organization and a person in another political camp, requesting them to correct the matter or else I will avail of my legal rights. Both corrected, the latter even made a public apology. Mr. Chairman, Your Honors, the Constitution begins on page 1 with 3 words, we the people. And Article 3, Section 4, refers to the Bill of Rights, specifically freedom of speech, freedom of expression or of the press, and freedom of assembly are the bedrocks of democracy. But in politics, as you very well know, truth have various shades. For so long as there is no malice, we should err on the side of freedoms than contain them. Your Honors, contrarian views are protected by such rights. Prior restraint is anathema to democracy. My thoughts in this hearing, number one, please be fair. And I say that because are you inviting critics, bloggers, creators, joiners, collectors, spectators, inactives? Because the 3-second rule really controls social media.